What is going on, guys? Adler's here, and today I'm going to be doing a little commentary about the tips and tricks video that I told you guys I would be doing. It is super early in the morning. I'm kind of tired, but I'm going to try and be as energetic as possible, even though it's like 8 in the morning. But so I just got done recording gameplay, and I was going to narrate over it, but I felt like doing live commentating where I can actually describe what I'm thinking rather than what has already been done is just a little bit more easier for me. So I see that there are two guys up here, and that guy doesn't know that I'm here, but that guy does, so that's why I killed him first. You know, that guy would have been a bigger threat if they were both facing me, so I would have killed him and then that guy. So one thing that you do have to recognize is the biggest threat. So if there's 5 people that are all looking at you, and 4 of them are 3.0s with M16s, and the other is a anti-explode, I'm dead here, but the other is an anti-explode guy with an ARX, you wouldn't kill the 3.0 first, you would kill the anti-explode with ARX first, right? So that's what you have to get used to. You have to identify the biggest threat in a group of people, because that can save your life a couple times. I know it has for me, killing the biggest threat in the group of people that I've 1v4'd, 1v3'd, it's whatever. But so now I know that guy does not see me, so I'm going to try and get an edge on him and just try and spray him. That guy also does not see me, so I'm going to try and, I don't know why it's lagging like that. It's a little stupid, but I know that guy doesn't see me at all, because he was just looking at that guy that had, I think, an LMGX. Okay, well, M16 flame OP, but he didn't. He knew that I didn't see him, so that's why he had an edge on me. So one thing that you do have to do is just check everywhere you go. And for spawn killing, you don't want to be in one spot forever, because then people will start to adapt on how to kill you easier. Because if they keep on spawn, like say if you're camping on top of the roof and you don't move on top of the roof and you just keep on camping there, then how are you able to, they'll probably spawn at a lower level and then come up from a ladder or whatever, right? So keep that in mind. Whenever you're spawn killing, you gotta go all floors. I mean, you might not want to go underground, because not a lot of people go underground, but just periodically check, second floor, third floor, roof. See that guy's there, and I'm almost certain he saw me, so I'm gonna have an edge on him whenever. Oh, I didn't have my bullets selected, so that guy is in his spawn zone, so I'm just gonna wait until he leaves. So he left, and I just got an edge on him because I don't think he saw me at all. Even though, and also make sure you watch out for this, because there's a window right here. You can't jump through that anymore. So I've killed at least 5 people that have tried jumping through there, and nope, I wasn't gonna get that guy, but that guy knows where I am, so he's gonna, and both of them know where I am, so yeah, shooting my dead body, congrats. But anyways, so I'm just gonna close the chat. I think an important thing that you do have to keep in mind is how long it takes for you to kill your enemy. Because if you don't know how long it takes and you just shoot more bullets than needed, then I feel like you're wasting, you could die from that, you wouldn't have enough ammo to kill the next guy, right? Another thing that you need, like muscle memory, like whenever you kill someone, you got to keep in mind that like where your weapons are, so you know that if you run out of ammo on your ARX but you have your rev, and so you just click 7 or whatever. I have a macro set up for my rev, but like my med kits, look how fast I can spam it. Like man, I was just trying to show you guys something. I just freaking die. Gosh, no, but like, so this is, I'm gonna try and do it as fast as I can, but like, see the medkit thing? Just boom, just try to do it, So that helps a lot, because that heals, I think, 1,000 health. I'm almost sure it heals 1,000 health. I don't know if it heals 250, I don't know. 250 each rather, I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's 500 each, because that would be stupid if it was 250. Heals you 100 HP over 2 seconds. That's it? No way. Are you serious? Holy crap. That's okay. Well, anyways, that sucks. Okay. Well, medkits do save my life, but another thing that you do have to keep in mind whenever you're spawn killing is if people spawn, like if you're camping the roof, which I do a lot, you got to keep in mind these spawns, because you don't know if you're seeing a tier 4 vortex spawn or a tier 1 vortex with a 3.0 in it that doesn't even know how to fly, right? So, you know, just keep that in mind. And also, I didn't really know that guy spawned there. I just had a feeling that someone would spawn up there, so I looked back and then I saw a guy there and I had the edge on him, but I selected my pistol instead of my ARX because my ARX was reloading and I wasn't going to take the risk of waiting for it to reload at all. So we're just going to kill this guy. So now there's a vortex. Oh my god, no way. Okay, well there's a vortex up there, and I'm still concerned of people coming up here. So see that guy? Oh, okay. Well, somehow I didn't kill him. M16 silver is OP, dude. Jeez. But anyways, yeah, plus I'm lagging just a little bit, but it's okay. It's whatever, dog. I mean, you were seeing the lag. As soon as I was shooting at them, they just freeze. And then they killed me. So, you know, that happens sometimes. But you can't sweat that. But, yeah, so, spawn killing, I think I've covered the basics of it. Of course, you know, there's a lot of mechanic skill involved, but you can't be retarded whenever you spawn kill. You can't just be running and gunning all the time. And I think to finish that off, I think the best armor for spawn killing, I'll do the best armor and best weapons for the things that I say, like spawn killing, vortex spawn layers, whatever. So I might just do I'd say anti-explode is probably the best spawn killing armor, because you do have a lot of health. You have as much as bulletproof vest, and I don't think that guy saw me, so I'm just gonna kill him. And I don't think you have like too little of health. I think you have a decent amount of health, right? And oh, this guy's gonna hit fire me. Nope. Okay, we're good. But yeah, so the best armor for spawn killing is definitely anti-explode, because you can survive a rocket launcher to the face, which is very crucial, because I know that whenever I was an Uber VIP, I was dying to explosions all the damn time. So now with anti-explode, I mean, the guy tried shooting a rocket launcher at me, but I mean, that guy kind of helped out, but so I mean, I survived that, so that just goes to show you how OP this armor is, because I don't think a lot of people realize this is anti-explode. I don't know, unless they're just stupid and they just shoot rockets at anything they see, which I mean is kind of just a dumb strat, you know. But I mean, shoot, if it distracts them from killing, or like from actually killing you, you know. So and then the best weapon for spawn killing, I would say probably the ARX, but a lot of people would beg to argue that assassin armor is the best armor in the game for spawn killing. I would have to disagree. And also, what? Okay, that's a little stupid. But I would probably say that anti-explode beats assassin, because assassin people, the thing is with assassin that I notice a lot is that they know they have low health, right? And so they'll jump whenever you start shooting at them, and if they're trying to kill you and they need to have like good sights on you, I don't think they'll have good sights on you, because they'll jump and then that'll like trigger a hip fire widening, right? So that's not good. And plus, I mean, it's super low health. I mean, I could spam tier 4 in 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds, in like half a second and kill them. So, you know, it's pretty much just like assassin armor, like I've used assassin armor before, and that's great if you can use it. I mean, I've not seen a lot of people use it successfully in spawn killing, but I know for sure that Sephro uses assassin armor a lot. Prince Eric uses assassin armor for an SMGX, which I'm not sure if that worked or not. I haven't really seen him play, but I know Sephro uses DMRX and assassin, and somehow he makes it work, but I feel like he's killable too easy because he has DMRX. So I mean, you just got to consider that. And also try to, I mean, it's a lot of mechanics. I mean, you're not going to be a professional by the end of this video, right? But you'll know certain things that I'm not sure, like, you know, a lot of pros have played the game, and a lot of them have over 120,000 kills, right? But, you know, if, like, I'm trying to find the right words for it. If you're good, like, strategic-wise, then you'll be good for, like, you know, oh gosh, hang on. I'm kind of focusing on the game a little too hard. Okay, I probably died because of this stupid game. That's so dumb. This game is so dumb. But yeah, so just practice on mechanics, but I think the reason why people don't see a lot of the things that pros do is because they just haven't played the game long enough, and so they haven't noticed certain things. And so let's go on to vortex spawn killing, because vortex spawn killing is a very, it honestly earns the big kill streaks. I don't think you can get big kill streaks just by ground spawn killing, but vortex spawn killing, you have to learn how to lead. Okay, I think leading is the most important part for vortex spawn killing. I mean, you can be, you know, accurate if a guy's not moving, but you can't just, I mean, you have to lead, right? And for some weird reason, this game likes to lag whenever I want to kill someone. Like, what the hell is this? I mean, you guys have seen this. This is just stupid. This is just dumb. But, so, like I was saying, leading is a very big part of vortex spawn killing, and let me show you how. I can't show you how to counter AA turrets, but I can show you. I can at least tell you how to counter them, because AA turrets are the most annoying thing in the game. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like, AA turrets, I hate when people spawn AA turrets. Like, it's so annoying to me because it's just, like, it's so OP, and it's just, honestly, it's just so dumb. But, so, say if the AA turret spawns right here, and there's actually some ways that I have avoided an AA turret, but not killed it, but just avoided it while I was still in my vortex, right? So, there was a shadow fighter, like, right in front of me, and this, and it was on their team, the green team, and there was an AA turret that was shooting at me, right? So I just went behind the shadow fighter, and all of the flak bullets were getting absorbed by the shadow fighter, so I wasn't taking any damage at all. And the shadow fighter, since it was on their team, I wasn't gonna destroy it. Like, it wasn't gonna just die because it was on their team. So he couldn't kill it, and he couldn't kill me because I was behind it. So then he went out of his AA turret, and I just spammed tier 4. So that's one way that you could avoid AA turrets, which happens a lot, believe it or not. I mean, you can't really see any shadow fighters in the area right now, right? But if there are any, make sure you use them as body shields, because I find that very useful, right? So hang on, I'm just trying to give these guys a tutorial, man. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, let's spawn another one. Alright, so and I suggest, honestly, like, since I just did that, I suggest that you change your or you not change, but you close your chat, because sometimes you'll be at a weird camera angle and the guys will be like somewhere here, but you can't shoot them because the chat is right there. So just close your scoreboard and chat, and you'll have the biggest advantage over people that have both of these open, because you know I've seen a lot of people on this side and I've seen a lot of people on this side. So just make sure you hide them so you have the biggest vision advantage in your screen, because if you see the most out of anyone, then you'll probably kill them if they're, you know, weird camera angle, which I've had happen to me before. I mean, there's some weird camera angles that like maybe you jump over a wall and it makes you first person, and then you like act like you're in third person, so you move your mouse but it ends up moving your camera, and it's like super weird, and it's really annoying. But you just got to consider that you know, things are gonna happen very weirdly. I mean, not every game is the same, right? So, you know, and okay, we got him. Oh man. Alright, well, spawn killing in Vortex, I mean, it's not really difficult. It's just having to get good. Like, I say that, you know, get good, like, you know, but I don't know, like, I think the hardest thing for Vortex spawn killers, like, if you're just starting out spawn killing in Vortex, I think the hardest thing for you would be, oh man, I don't know, maybe it's, well, I mean, so let me just tell you, tier 4, I mean, the explosive bullets really help. They really do help, because they kill enemies fast, they can kill anti-explode super fast, they, you know, sometimes if people have explosions on, you can lag them out and it will freeze the vortex. I haven't done that in a while, but I remember whenever tier 4 was in its early stages, you know, before they actually had the explosives off, I remember whenever I got tier 4 that you would be able to lag out vortexes where they'd just be still on their platforms, and then you could just kill them, which was super awesome. I mean, that was OP, but now I don't think you can do that anymore, because sometimes people have their explosions turned off, so it's less laggy, which, I mean, I can respect, but, you know, it's cool seeing the explosions. But tier 4 is probably the biggest advantage, so if you want to be a Vortex spawn killer, I suggest you get tier 4, because I don't think you can do it with tier 1. I mean, you could do it with tier 1, but it's just a lot more difficult, and plus it's not like armor piercing, it's not explosive, so I suggest going for tier 4 if you're going to want to go for Vortex spawn killing, and then regular spawn killing, you would probably just want to go for a BW, you know. Try to go for, I mean, if you already have a BW, if you have an ARX, but you're just wanting to spawn kill more efficiently, more effectively, then consider who you're playing against. You got to learn how they play. So if you see someone that likes to jump a lot, then you can shoot them with explosives if they're an assassin, or if they're in a basic armor suit, then you can be behind cover and wait until they let their guard down, turn around because they don't know where you are, and then you can shoot them with a headshot because they're slow enough where you can easily aim for a headshot. You know, assassin armor, I would just start I would honestly, like, if people know what they're doing with assassin, I mean, there's some people that just like to rush you, and that's kind of stupid, but people that use assassin usually have to be a little bit smarter with their movements, because they have such low health. You know, they can't be a freaking meat shield if they're in assassin armor, because they have such low health, right? So they have to be smart, they have to be evasive. So people with assassin armor, you would typically see people with assassin armor, like over 100,000 kills, people with assassin armor know what they're doing. I'd say the minimum for that, people with assassin armor, I'd say the minimum for people knowing what they're doing with that kind of armor is probably maybe like 35,000 kills, I would say. I haven't really seen anyone that's 20,000 kills or 25,000 kills with assassin armor, which I have seen before, but they don't really know what they're doing, because they just kind of like to rush people, and they don't really have the right weapons for it. They just don't. So if you're gonna go with assassin armor, I'm not telling you to not go for assassin armor. I'm just telling you that anti-explode armor is probably the best armor for spawn killing because you have a lot of health and you don't die from explosions. I mean, unless a guy has tier 4, but most of those people I have truces with because they're on my friends list. But it's like pretty much just consider, again, I can't stress this enough, know how long it takes to kill people. Like with your weapon, know how long it takes to kill people, because if you think that it takes a full mag to kill someone but it only ends up taking half a mag, then you're wasting 15 bullets when you could. I mean, for me, I usually shoot my guys and then I reload as soon as I know I've killed them. I don't have to wait for the little, 100 battle score or whatever, or 10 battle score. I don't have to wait for that. I have to reload just in case if there's someone else that spawns up there after I just killed that guy, right? And then that's another thing. You have to consider, you can't use just one weapon. You saw me using Rev and ARX and pistol. All those 3 weapons are really good for CQC and spawn killing wise, Pistol really rains them up with bullets. It's not high damage, but it can kill them. It's like an SMG. And ARX can kill people. RevX and ARX are very equal. They're basically the same thing, but Rev is, I think, a little bit more better than ARX, I'm pretty sure. But both of those weapons I use a lot, because if I reload on my ARX, and I don't care how long it takes, if I reload on my ARX, I immediately switch to my RevX, just in case if someone climbs up the ladder for the roof, or jumps down from the roof onto the 3rd floor where I'm spawn killing. I want to be ready at any given time, right? So that is another thing that you do have to keep in your mind, because you just have to be smart in the game. You can be mechanically great, but you can be a retarded player, and it's so easy to counter dumb players, because dumb players don't know how to kill you in a way that, if they're mechanically good and they just rush you all the time, you can easily counter that. Like smart players, say if there's a guy that keeps on spawning on the roof, but this time he spawns on the 3rd floor, but he knows you're on the roof, and you know that he's on the 3rd floor, but he is camping the vortex spawn right outside of his box. You know what you can do is that you can jump down from the roof, not on this platform, but you can parachute down through the window and kill him, and he won't know that you can do that. So that's another thing. Mechanically great players that are stupid at this game wouldn't know that you can do that, or not know that you can do that, but not know that you can do that, if that makes sense, right? So that's another thing. You can kill anyone however way you want. It's a way that has to be smart, right? So that's a great strategy that you could do. Again, I remember having this one video that I was playing just base wars with my friends, and I saw this guy's barrel on this little thing, right? I saw this guy's barrel, and I went up to him, and sometimes it's kind of funny because some people will be sniping from the base, and I usually just I just tap them with my pistol on their leg or something, so they have the damage indicator, and then they'll turn around and then just spray them with Rev or ARX, which is so funny, because they'll be like, wait, there's someone actually behind me. But I gathered all of the information on this guy because he was scoped in and he had no idea I knew he was there. So I went behind him and I waited for a minute, and he didn't turn around at all, so I just killed him. So that's one thing. You also have to have sound as a big factor. I use sound a lot, where if I hear a guy's ARX, and he keeps on spawning on the roof, and then I hear his ARX down on the 3rd floor, I know he's on the 3rd floor. You know, I wouldn't think, oh, he's just waiting for me to leave the roof so he can spawn on the roof again. No, I would know that, oh, he's on the 3rd floor. Okay, so I don't know where he is. I would probably zoom out to see where he is, try to get a view on him, and then know where he is. But he would probably know that I would be on the roof, and so I would either just wait for him to come up to me, or if he loses his guard and he's spawning a vortex without any weapons in his hand, then I would jump down and kill him. Or I would wait on the roof and snipe him out of his vortex. So that's 2 ways. I mean, there's a couple ways that you can do it. Now, I think another thing is countering spawn killing. Countering spawn killing is honestly kind of easy, because you have to know how to avoid spawn killing. One thing, you can spawn a vortex and just tier 4 spam him. You can do that. Or you can, again, you can come up from a different angle. You can come from the docks and snipe him from the roof of the docks, or you can spawn on the roof and jump down for the jump down and parachute through the window and kill him. I mean, there's so many ways that you could counter spawn killers if they're on the 3rd floor or the roof. If they're on the roof, then you can just use vortex because they won't have any cover, and you can just kill them with the vortex. And if they're on the 3rd floor, then you can spawn on the roof and parachute down through the window. I mean, there's many ways, many ways that you can counter spawn killers like that. So just keep that in mind. And also, spawn killers, if they're on a high streak, or if they seem like they can't die, then they know what they're doing and they're outsmarting you and they're outplaying you, either probably mechanically or just strategically. So you just gotta be smart on how you play, because I feel like that would earn the big kill streaks of being a smart player. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you got through the end of this video. If you did, comment that you did, that you actually got to the very end of the video. You just watched the whole thing. I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, so I might make some more tutorials on vortex dogfighting, or if you want me to do tutorials, make sure you comment down below, because I know there will be at least one person that will watch the whole video, because they want to know how us pros, I guess, think. And I guess that's the way you put it. But yeah, so thank you everyone so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.